I'm Detective Emily Rowland, and I'm on a mission. After a campground massacre that saw people gutted and hanging from trees, it was my goal to help a college kid clear his name. People believed the murders to be his doing, but I knew otherwise. All across the country, there have been similar murders, and after hearing witness accounts, I knew this wasn't one person. This wasn't a person at all. Something evil lurked out there, consuming and possessing innocent people. Now, it's my job to figure out how to stop it.
Detective Rowland is one of the many characters of Paralyzed, a horror audio drama produced by 9am Productions. The story centers around sleep paralysis and the demons that are conjured within, creating a world where dreams become reality. If you're interested in listening, go to 7lam.com or search for Paralyzed wherever you listen to podcasts.
Dear Diary, Day 4.
Feels like it.
We ran out of water yesterday, although Mark has a full glass. So does Robert, who lives here.
Motherfucker, you keep calling me Mark. I've known you for years.
I know. I have known you exponentially longer than I've known Mark.
And yet
for
you still
some
call
reason,
me.
my brain just says Mark.
Anyways, this is hour 16. It is 9 a.m.
Boom.
We're still going. How do you feel, Jack?
What?
Okay.
Who's this Jack you're speaking of?
I don't know. But we have a new guest now. Straight out of the outside. Yeah, straight out of Compton.
Straight out of bed.
Straight into the podcast world. Yeah, straight out of bed.
Straight into Compton. Crazy motherfucking name. What was your name again?
Zane.
Zane! No, I'm kidding.
Zane Bowman is here. How's it going, Zane?
What's up, guys?
He's got the squeaky chair now. So
What is the word on the streets?
how is it outside?
It's nice.
We haven't seen
What's
morning.
the world like?
We actually
It's morning. The birds are chirping. The sun's shining.
Oh my god.
Are animals making love around this house?
Absolutely.
There you go, Rob.
Actually,
I can hear 'em.
That actually hurt my eyes when I just looked outside. Yeah, the door or the window here is shining. I can see like the sun is just. It looks nice outside.
For sure it does.
Too bad we don't get to go outside.
Not for a while.
Not until 6.
Losers.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're actually on your way to Worky.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to revisit that loser argument?
Which loser?
About he's going to work. We're sitting here at podcast for
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Now who feels like a loser? Who's going to work to make money while we sit here with 4 people listening, wasting our day, and sick to our stomach drinking soda.
Yeah, right. I for sure am.
Although we should, because Zane, you're only sticking around for like a half hour.
Yeah.
That's fine because we got a call in after this, so we actually got guests lined up, which is cool because it actually helps pass the time.
It really does.
And
so tell us everything you know about anything. Go ahead, start.
So what?
I'm done.
Just talk for half an hour.
Solid. And then
Nice to
we're
meet
saying
you, man.
bye to Brett. Brett Wilkins is out of
Bye,
here.
Brett.
Thanks for joining us, man.
It was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, take that cat with you.
Yeah, please. All right. So Zane, should we do the questions? We don't have a lot of time.
I think we should.
All right.
We'll rapid fire. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do rapid fire.
So
we can get into a different
typically
topic.
we've said try to give us an answer that best describes you.
We've done it with every guest so far.
But since we're going to do lightning round, I just want you to do first thing that comes to mind. Okay? You ready for me? I got 5.
4
No. 5 of these that I'm going to send your way.
questions.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
No.
He's doing good.
You're doing great. He's
Solid.
sharp as a tack.
Better.
Color.
Red.
Month.
January.
Movie.
Star Wars.
Food.
Pizza.
Animal.
Cat.
So I have to say, every single one of your answers has been one that we've had so far.
That's true.
That's good, but not in that order. Nobody's had exact answers like you. That's good.
Did somebody say
And
cat?
not that
for,
crazy.
Somebody did say cat.
One
yeah.
person.
for a month?
What was your month?
It wasn't cat.
What was your
No,
month?
what was your month
I forget.
already?
Yeah.
I think
There
it was,
were- there were
I think
two
it was
rapid fire.
January. I think I said January.
There were 2 rapid fire.
There would have been only one other January. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's a little unique.
No, yeah.
I mean, there's only 12 months.
Red
and we already
has
had
now
12
retaken
guests.
the lead.
That's true. Red is at 5 now.
Yep. So, followed by purple. Your cat is going to eat this stuff, just so you're aware.
I'll knock her off the counter with all the pizza and stuff.
Let's see. Cat was used. What was Star Wars? Actually, Star Wars is the first. You're the
That
first
is the
person.
first
We
Star
did
Wars.
have a long discussion about Star Wars, but
But it wasn't a movie.
Yeah, it was not one that somebody chose. Do you have a specific Star Wars now that we're?
I would say Empire Strikes Back is my favorite.
Solid one.
It's a good one.
Solid one.
Yeah,
We talked about.
We had an argument of well, not an argument. It was just discussion of what's that movie that you haven't seen. That when you say you haven't seen it, people are like, and somebody that was here said Star Wars. Oh, what was her
It
name?
was Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Caitlin said she hasn't seen Star Wars, and people always like gasp.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like her.
Yeah. Is there a movie that you had, like a classic movie that you haven't watched?
There's a handful. I've never seen the Godfather movies.
Man,
That was one of
yeah.
that was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Mark
movie
II,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess not. Listen, it's not an easy watch. It's a long movie. It's like 3.5 hours, and it's like, you got to sit there and endure, and it's an epic.
Just to hear him say, "No, it was you. You broke my heart."
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It all leads up to that.
Yep.
That one line. He makes him an offer he can't refuse, and then he breaks his heart.
Yep.
All the same guy. Oh, wow. No.
This was the day of my daughter's wedding.
See? How do you know that, but you haven't seen the movie?
Because it's one of the most iconic movies ever, and those scenes are talked about in loads of pop culture shows and references.
Calm down. You didn't have to yell at me.
Sorry, bud.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's getting late.
I'll calm down.
Thank you. Anyways, Zane
Where's
here
my water?
Zane here started acting in some of our podcasts too. I don't think anything's released though yet.
I just want to get into the scene. You know what I mean?
What scene?
The voice acting scene. Who do you play, Zane?
I played a Canadian mobster.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Atlas 70 beat.
Yep. And Ezra.
Ezra and
Is that
End
the
of All
character?
Hope.
End of All Hope.
Yeah.
Who is Ezra?
He's a newer character that's debuting this season.
I'm only in one episode.
Yeah.
Spoiler
So it's
alert.
a spoiler.
Does he die? Oh, you can't say that. You already said his
don't
name. Already said his name. Can't
It's
say it.
in this season that hasn't released yet, but it's going to release. So
He's like, I'm not going to tell you when he died. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, dang it. We'll bleep that part out.
that's cool.
Yeah. So first time, but you have been also on several Will There Be Cakes?
Yeah, quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's always a good time.
So, do you notice a trend like I do when you're on Will There Be Cake that more often than not, there's cake?
I don't think I've seen one where there hasn't been cake.
Well, I was going to say,
I've advocated against cake a few times.
So
like
have I.
comic book day, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
hell no, don't
Why?
eat cake. You're going to get cake grease all over your comic books.
Amber and this cake monger over here, they just love to find a reason to have a cake. But I'm with you.
I did get him to come to a compromise on juggling day.
Okay.
I recommended it as opposed to cake that we do cupcakes because you can juggle.
You can
cupcakes.
juggle those. But, you're worried about a mess. That's going to be a mess if you're not a good juggler.
Honestly,
There's no
that's a
comic books
test of
around.
skill there.
There's
you
no
know.
comic books around.
Yeah,
to
but you
get
can still
messy.
get it on like your couch or your
Fuck the couch.
like your fuck your couch.
Fuck your
hey,
couch.
if you're horny,
and
you're
I
horny.
walked in and I said, "Fuck your couch."
But we did kindergarten day, my wife and I, and they're like, "Oh, we would do a cake." I was like, "Have you ever seen a child after they've eaten cake?"
Yeah.
I mean, look at the kid before they've eaten cake. Typically, they're a hurricane. It's a little crazy, lots of running, and afterwards, you want to celebrate them by giving them a cake.
Giving them a cake, more
It's
sugar.
counterproductive.
Yep. I have a 3-year-old. I know.
I have a
I
9 and 10-year-old.
Don't see anything wrong with
Rob
that.
has a really cool cat.
Well, I don't
know
even,
how
I don't
cool
even
that
think I
cat
have.
is.
I don't even think I have that. I have.
He has a cat.
There's a cat that lives in your house.
It is a cat.
It is a cat.
That's. You know what?
That's as much information as we're willing to divulge
pretty
divulge
accurate.
right now.
It is a cat.
Yep.
That's it. And I'll stick with that.
God, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. So
So how are you guys doing? Been up all
I got to
night
tell you.
doing this podcast.
Yeah, so when I came
Are you
in,
regretting your decision yet?
we regretted it long
like-
before we sat down.
yeah, before we even started, I was like, maybe not the best
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, you were
yeah.
telling me that last week.
Yeah,
Like, it's getting close.
The
know if
closer
this is a
it
good
got, the
idea.
more I dreaded it. Before we came here, my wife was like, "Are you mad at me?" I was like, "No,
I just don't want to do this.
I just don't want to do this." But I've said I'm going to do it. We've put out marketing about doing it. I've got to go do it.
Listen, it's
And
kind
so-
of a way to my mom's back with snacks. With what? Oh, he left. He left.
I'm so sorry. He wanted my
But he's still here.
But this guy's still here. But Yeah, but
You're
Brett left.
so nice.
She went and got
Truly.
So Brett's gonna probably listen to this podcast
And be like,
eventually.
she walked in
Just to let
with
you know,
Hardee's right after I left.
Just let you know, he left 10 minutes ago, and she came in. With
You should
Hardee's.
just text him a picture of the Hardee's.
I know, but he started at 5:45. We kicked him off because we have more guests.
Mom,
coming on.
could you do me one solid favor? I would like for you to grab this microphone, pull it up, and say hello to people out there in listener land.
That's all you have to do.
quick.
You don't have to take your mask down.
Do you have to take your mask off at all? Do you not want to use your hands? Because we've been wiping them down. I'll move it for you.
No, just talk.
I wash my hands after I see you guys.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I always wash my hands after I see these guys too.
Yeah, you just feel dirty,
I've been
especially
been
right
doing
now.
it for years.
Yeah,
All right.
especially.
So
I did bring
Closer.
8 sandwiches.
little
Closer.
closer.
I did bring 8 sandwiches, 4
Holy-
with sausage and 4 with bacon because he said he wanted Hardee's and there's 8
That is so
hash
sweet.
browns.
Oh,
I'm so
well
sorry.
then.
I mean, I might. I'll
You
probably.
got my attention.
I ate one on the way
Had me
home.
at
though.
hash
I
browns.
probably will eat one a little bit later.
Yeah, it
Maybe
turns
like one more
out you bought it. You can eat whatever you want out of that bag.
That's true.
Well,
You
I'm
have
sorry, I
full
missed
dibs and
them.
nobody's going to argue.
No, that's all right. I feel
So-
bad because we kicked him off.
All right. So how long have we been at this?
This is hour 16 right
Hour
now.
16 that we've
So
been
it's
recording.
9 a.m.
And you're up all night.
Yep.
No sleeping.
That's
Started
right.
at 6 p.m.
So scale of 1 to 10. How proud of Robert are you? Not about this. Not about this. I want to hear overall.
It should be about. No, don't do that.
Robert?
Don't do that.
because normally I would say, 11 out of 10, except for walking across the United States.
She was not happy about that.
You're not happy.
I give him a maybe 3.
Out of 10?
On the walking across the country?
Yes, because that's so stupid walking across the country
agree.
and people are killing each other.
Mom.
And
People.
I'm
Mom.
sorry.
Especially
I
those
was
Can I tell you
walkers.
this?
Look at him, like,
I
right
can
here.
understand your anger at that decision. But at the same time, your number 3 probably represents the amount of people that have done what he's done.
I mean,
That's true.
In the common area.
and in all fairness, Mom used to hitchhike when she was younger.
But it was
is not-
safer then.
Oh
It was a
yeah, it
lot
was so
safer
different then.
There
It
was-
was not.
there was no
It's
social
just
media
No
back then.
social media to
I'm
tell
going to
you
disagree.
it was different.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I want to say it's a much safer time for him to have done it with his media and his access to technology
Yeah.
than it would be. Did you have a cell phone when you were hitchhiking?
No,
Of course not.
So how
She
could
had a
anybody
landline she
have known at
dragged
any
with her.
time that Mr. Bundy was giving you a ride
that's true.
down the road?
And I
You
did
do
have
admit
a few
he's handsome.
experiences that I wouldn't want again. I had to jump out of a Volkswagen
Yeah.
going up a hill in California.
Really?
And when I jumped out and rolled over and I looked down, it was a 50-foot cliff. So, yes. and
Because
that's
of a
why-
guy that picked you up or whatever, right?
That's right.
so
I mean, if you
Imagine
wanna-
how much safer it would have been had you been walking.
If you want to hear the
With a
whole
cell
true.
phone where you could
Whole
call an
story.
Uber.
Yeah, call help.
If you want to hear the whole story, give you a ride, I give you a ride. I said, okay, get in the car. And then he reaches over and he goes, let me touch your leg. I go, what?
It was Count
Because-
Chocula who picked her up.
Just let me feel your leg. I said, you're crazy. Let me out. And he speeded up the car. And of course, I jumped out because I was afraid something was going to
At a
happen.
girl.
Oh, for sure.
You know what? You were Sigourney Weaver, an alien.
Yeah.
Get your hands off her.
Really, man?
Yeah,
I'll tell
you were
what.
you were Charlize Theron in the new movie on Netflix that she's on.
I thought you were going to say Mad Max, but that was
Mad Max, yeah, you're
That's not the new one.
Furiosa. No,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not the new one, but I do know what you're talking about. That was a
right.
good save because I ran out of
yeah, I couldn't think of it.
old
but-
guard.
Yeah, but it's getting harder for me to think of things right now.
50-foot clip. So he said, "Can I touch your leg?" And
I
sped up.
Touch it and then feel your leg.
You
And
said-
the way he said it was so creepy.
Ugh.
Oh,
See? And yet nobody
He sounds like the
touched my leg on my
that-
walk across
that
the country.
you know of.
Besides,
No matter how many people he bagged,
I was flaunting these legs.
no matter
like,
how much
He
money
was
he
wearing the
offered.
shorts that were
Yeah.
up to here.
like Claudette Colbert,
Walking
and it
down.
happened one night. I was just showing it,
Daisy
trying to get
Dukes.
yeah.
So after all the evidence has been presented to the court,
Yeah.
scale of 1 to 10, even with the walk, I want an averaged out answer. How proud of you, Rob?
Oh no, I'm very proud of him. He doesn't give me a hard time. He really, he's a great. I'm so glad
I don't
that
like
I
this
have
question.
him.
I just don't like
Rob,
this question.
wait your turn.
Well, don't ask him about me. He told me not to come here, and
Hold
I still
on.
came here.
Listen,
I only said don't come
So,
here
hold
because
on.
of the COVID stuff, not because I didn't want you on the podcast.
he's trying to scare you. I have been an advocate for you to be on this show
Of
since
course.
it was
I know you
since
have.
its inception,
Right.
and I'm so glad you're here.
And you're the one who invited me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not
And
your
I
son.
told you Robert didn't want me, and you said, I'll get him to let you come.
That's why she brought the Hardys. To
So
No,
let me
entice-
tell you.
That's the other
Let me
time
tell you this
asking.
double speak here, right? So I come to him and I was like, I really want your mom on the show. He's like, she doesn't want to do it because of the whole COVID. Did he lie to me?
Well, no, I was worried about the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
cover
I mean,
for
you
him,
know,
that's
I'm over the age. I had open heart surgery. I just had gallbladder
Right.
surgery.
My father had
so
2 open heart surgeries. That is rough.
It is rough.
You were a tough person to go through that.
Yeah. It was
And that's
rough.
why my whole thing was this whole day we've had people coming in
Right.
and out. You
We
know what I
have
mean? So
we
like,
have
that's-
done a decent job of sanitizing the mics, and you're
Been
not
trying to-
really,
trying to
So
wipe them down.
I think you're okay. We're,
Hopefully.
as far as we know, good to go.
'Cause we've been using the same
but,
mics.
But while you're here, I'd love for to ask Rob a follow up question.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I want to hear it, and Zane wants to hear it too. how proud are you of your mom?
Of course, I'm proud of her.
No. I we gave scale
Wait,
1
out
to
of
10
what?
here.
Oh, scale 1. Well, how am I going to go? I'm not going to go lower than a 10.
As you should.
That's just obviously.
Okay.
I'm not
I
going to do
am a
that.
good mother.
Yeah.
I would say
agree.
so.
Yeah.
I'd
I
say
agree
so.
with
Try
that.
to be. I do the best I can. I mean, I make mistakes like everybody else, but I try, you know.
Yeah.
Anybody who says they didn't would be
110%.
lying.
110% effort.
I gave 11, which is 110%.
So you know
Yeah,
what's funny?
that's true.
When I was talking to him earlier, what was it, hour 2? I
Yeah.
said to him, I was like, man, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it. You know what I
Why?
mean? This is going to be rough. It's
It is
24
rough.
hours here.
He walked across the United States. You don't think he was going to do
I did say
24
that in the
hours?
beginning, too.
You're both proving my point before I can even
I did
make
say
it.
that
He's a
before.
And he
Die
says,
hard.
first words out was, my mom didn't raise a quitter.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here and I'm going to go through it for 24 hours.
Did
I was like, yeah, swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And I mean, you know, well, I set my mind to something, I'm going to do it.
That's
Oh, he
right.
does.
Even
He's
if
stubborn.
it's
You know what?
not
and
fun.
the more and more tired I have gotten, you know, I've felt it. I've been fatigued. You know what I mean? I'm not used to staying up 24 hours.
How long you been here?
The whole time.
Since 6 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were having different people come in every couple of hours.
We
are,
are,
but
but
it's
he and I
us.
are the mainstays.
Yeah.
Why would I ask him to stay up for 24 hours if I wouldn't be willing to do it myself? You know what I
Well,
mean?
see that? So you're just as
So,
stubborn as he
so
is.
that was my thing. Well, I was fishing for a way out, right? But when I started doing this and like this kind of number, which I have,
He's talking
although I
about
think I've
nodding
hit
off.
my second wind.
Right.
I was talking about crystal meth, but so
Of course.
oh gosh, he's been sticking with it and ready to go, and he's kept me up and moving. So
Saying, do we look like we haven't gotten sleep?
You guys look like you're doing pretty good.
Okay.
yeah. So I was saying right before we started this particular episode that I think I've hit my third wind here.
I actually feel okay right now.
Yeah, we were getting in a real bad place there for a second.
A couple hours, yeah.
But now that you're here, I think our energy has been rejuvenated.
I woke you up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Darn right you
Appreciate it.
did.
Yeah.
And I will eat one of the Hardy sandwiches next time we have a break.
I will not be eating one of the Hardee's sandwiches because I have had so much sugar soda and crap
And he
in my
feels
body
bad.
right now. I don't feel very well. And I feel like if I ate a delicious sandwich, it might either speed its way to the bottom end or come out the top.
That's true.
Oh, really? Oh, that's sad.
Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but
Well, that's okay. You're allowed
I think
to.
you are.
You
Yeah.
haven't had any sleep, so
Yeah.
you know your emotions are.
Don't
That's
make
right.
excuses for him.
Yes, I can. He
Grow up,
invited me.
Jack. Grow up, Jack.
He
Eat
invited
a
me.
sandwich. Oh, God, I hate this.
That's better than crap. Eating a real sandwich.
that's
Well,
right.
Not a lot of sugar. Well, it's
I
better.
mean-
He thinks because
It's
he's
better than
wallet
sugar.
guy all of a sudden.
Wallet guy. Dusting off a classic.
Yep.
What's
I
a
appreciate
wallet guy?
Wallet guy
Was
is the
from across
legend of a
America.
young man who was walking across a nation,
Yeah.
walking with every step, getting more and more inspiration as he goes. He finds somebody's wallet
And turns it
outside
into
of
the
a
police
rural
station.
town, brings it to the police station, hands it to them. They're like, oh my God, thank you so much. Does he want credit for it? No. Of
course
so
not.
what do they call him in that rural town? Wallet guy.
Yeah.
Well, I during
It's a
Christmas
dream.
was putting money in the machine to get Christmas stamps,
Uh-huh.
and 2 would come out instead of 1 packet.
Right.
I went back in and gave it to the post office, and they said I was an idiot.
What?
For being honest,
Is this a local post
yes,
office?
it is.
I'd like names and descriptions.
No.
I will be very cross.
Those
Very
that
cross.
stitch get stitches.
Wait,
Who said stitch?
You say snitch or stitch?
Snitch.
Okay.
Oh,
Stitches.
you don't want to snitch on them.
Yes, I
Yeah.
don't. It's all right.
I'm just going to go to every post office
Until you find
in a
them.
Well, that's all
5-mile
right
radius.
because I
Are
mean,
you the one that called Robert's mother an idiot? And
They're like, you know Robert's mother?
they'll be like, you mean Wallet Guy?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
know.
going to come in and be like,
Then he shuts the door, locks it,
yeah, I'm going
closes
to
the
walk in,
blinds.
lock it behind me, and go, who called Rob's mom an idiot?
I want
And
answers.
let me tell you something. Bottom lips are going to start quivering.
Yep.
And you know what? Somebody's going to rat.
Are you going to be chewing gum and say, I'm here to chew gum and kick
No,
ass,
this is not
and I'm
They
all
Live.
out of chewing gum?
This is not They Live. I am not Rowdy Piper.
All right. Just saying. It's a good
my
line.
head, 'cause I don't know what that means either.
It's a
all
famous line from an old school 80s movie starring a professional wrestler named
And
Rowdy
Keith
Roddy
David,
Piper.
directed by John Carpenter, came out in
Who's
1988.
the guy who's in it? He's in so many movies.
Keith David.
Black guy.
Keith David. Yeah.
Love him.
He's in The Thing
Yep.
and Mr.
So
and Mrs.
anyway,
Smith
in this movie, They Live.
and Requiem for a
He,
Dream
Roddy Piper, whose character's name is?
and Platoon. What?
Whose character's name is in the movie? Roddy Piper's name.
I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway, he finds these pair of glasses, these sunglasses, and when he puts them on, he realizes that aliens are living among people and sending subliminal messages trying to control humanity.
Yeah. A lot of
And-
people are using it as like a meme nowadays.
Yeah, the movie's called They Live. You should
Yeah.
watch it. It's a fantastic film.
She won't like it.
And so he walks into this bank and he's heavily armed because
He
now all
sees
these
some of the
aliens are
aliens,
around.
yeah.
And all these aliens are working at the bank. And when he walks in, he says, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Oh,
And then he goes, oh, pardon my language.
that's right.
He goes, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah.
Then he
So
goes,
that means he's there to
boom,
kick
and
ass.
just starts shooting aliens. And
Yeah. It's a very good
Wow.
I
line.
won't tell you the rest for when you eventually watch it
Yeah.
and love it.
I'm sure it'll be at the top of her list.
Roddy
Well, it
Piper.
has
It's
to
called,
be his list because we.
I show her
movies,
movies.
it's called They Live.
I have it on Blu-ray.
yeah. Okay,
good movie.
tell him to let me watch it.
Rob,
She won't like it.
Rob.
She definitely won't like it.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying she won't like it. She can watch it, but she won't like it.
Is it real scary?
No.
No, but it's not.
Horror?
It's sci-fi.
Blood?
Sci-fi.
There's blood.
Not a lot of blood.
There's some blood.
I'll tell you what there is
Okay.
that might be a deterrent for you.
Aliens.
No.
Aliens.
No. Much worse than aliens.
Uh-oh.
Bad language.
She doesn't like bad
I
language.
do not like bad language, and I
There
can't
you
believe
go.
Robert uses bad language.
I don't
And then-
either.
I don't.
Not in front of me anyway, but in his scripts. And it really
yeah, we'll
upsets
watch
me because
this.
I can't tell my friends to watch it because, like,
Why?
Pastor Jackie, I can see her listening.
Well,
to
don't
that.
let your pastor
Well,
listen to them.
I'm just saying.
That might be like a bad idea.
But, I mean, I have a lot of friends from the church and everything. And so I can't promote, though. I listen to every podcast.
I
that he
told you
does.
not to.
I know. I get it. And you said, well, everybody swears. Well, not everybody swears.
They do,
I'm
though.
sorry.
They really do.
She's right. Not everybody's
Not
close.
everybody, but a
everybody.
large portion does.
The majority does.
And I would say, especially the younger generations, definitely do.
it's bad. It's bad.
and it's just commonplace. And you watch any movie, they got cursing in it. Even PG-13 movies have cursing. Even
They
PG
can drop.
movies
They can drop
have some.
one F-er in a PG-13.
And a PG movie
That's
can have an
sad.
S word.
That's sad.
It's not sad. It's
sad.
nah. The more you use them, then they're
you
not
just
bad.
think it's normal.
Right. And then it
And
goes
that's
away.
Not normal.
But it's fine. It becomes normal, and then it's like it's not a bad word anymore. It's a sentence enhancer.
It loses.
You know,
they
it
lose
does,
their power.
No,
Yeah.
it is a word, and it does have. I love what you just said because it does have a meaning, and when it's used so often, it's not such a taboo word. What
Right.
did you say, Zane?
But it's
It
meaning.
loses its power.
That's
Exactly.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, if you keep saying it, so you got to say it more.
No. Well, I don't know about
You got to
that.
say it more.
But
Say it,
you,
Jack.
but us saying,
Say it. Do it right in front of my mom.
Don't.
okay.
Don't.
Are you sure?
say the F word, Zane.
No.
Say it.
No.
One.
Zane.
Just
I'm
say
taking
one.
my Hardy's back. No.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to the woodshed and beat your butt.
See, when I was raised, language wasn't a big deal.
Right.
You learn. We were taught the proper
mama?
place.
Right.
We weren't. They didn't approve of us cursing or not.
Right.
But my parents swore, and to me, they're just words.
Well,
they're
see,
just.
that's the whole thing. Is your parents swore. And if they didn't,
I
then they
thought-
wouldn't allow it, and they would wash their mouth out with soap.
I
we got
thought-
Flix.
That's
hold
your
on,
parents.
hold on,
I
Mrs. Lamb.
thought.
Hold on.
I thought shit, fuck, damn, piss, hell was a word.
Right, which is
My mom would
George
say that.
Carlin. Yeah.
Mrs. Lamb. But see, there.
I apologize. I apologize.
Now, here's the thing.
I'm just taking
Here's the
devil's
thing.
advocate here.
So, in this today's world, when you react, when people say stuff like that, you're proving him right. Because when you react like that, he's getting a reaction, not him specifically.
Right.
Yeah,
but you
but somebody who
react
uses
that way
it.
No
towards
offense.
somebody, they're going to, ooh, I'm getting a rise out of somebody. But
That's
if
why
he
kids
says
sometimes
it,
will
and
say
you
it.
do one of these and don't worry about it, I just
Then it's nothing.
metaphorically, I
Well, not
brushed
metaphor.
the
You actually did
metaphorically
it.
dirt
Right.
off my shoulders.
Right. Yeah.
And you walk away, then it's exactly like Zane says. It loses its power. There's no reaction. There's no power to the word. You know what I mean?
I do think that overall
there-
it is becoming more commonplace.
There are bad words that I do agree should never be spoken.
Oh, for
But
sure.
They're more
For
like
sure.
directly offensive for meaning.
Right.
now those are more targeted words,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Those aren't words like
yeah.
those that you just so eloquently said
Put into
for our
one
audience.
sentence.
I thought it was one word.
with a,
Yeah.
with a subject and noun and adverb.
Those words are right. They're descriptive. It's not really something that could point at one particular individual and be offensive. And
right.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. Words that are meant to put other people down.
Right.
Those I'm more
That's
more
different.
angry about than
Right. I'll
actual
agree.
swear words.
Yeah, like the
Right.
actual words that most people just, they'll just use to, whatever.
Well, a gentleman I know got custody of his child and has been raising this child, and he's doing a wonderful job, except he swears. And every sentence he uses has the F word, which I totally against. And I walk around work with a jar and say, put your dollar in here every time you swear.
Right.
But anyway, now his child, when she was in third grade, she used that F word at school and got suspended. So
Okay.
that tells you right there, you shouldn't be using those words.
Well, she got suspended for how long?
Where,
A day.
where are you going
A
with
day.
this, Jack?
Well,
It
no.
doesn't matter,
Here's
but
my
she got it from
question.
her
So
son.
what's-
Her father.
But
What's the long-term harm of that? I mean,
Yeah.
now granted, she shouldn't have said it
She
in
shouldn't
that
have
school
said it.
setting.
That's a nasty word.
Right. But now she's learned that lesson, right?
right.
So
Well, I
here's the
don't know.
thing:
I
when
think
I'm
she still
cooking,
uses it.
Or she's learned the power of that word.
yeah, maybe it depends on the
You know?
parenting. Depends on the parenting
Well,
at that
and he
point.
swears, which is my whole point with you. Your parents swore, so you think nothing of it. Her father swears and thinks
I
nothing
know.
of it, but
swear-
got in trouble for it.
But I swear, even though you don't approve of it, I still swear like around my friends more because
Not in front of
every
me.
entertainment. Yeah, but you have dropped the F word multiple times. Not often, but you have done it.
Moments of weakness.
I'm just
Robert.
saying. I'm
Hey,
just saying.
Let
you're not
he
proud
who's
of it.
without sin
but I'm
cast the first stone.
and that's true.
right. I'm saying everybody sometimes like you stub your toe on a table. Sometimes it just comes out. You can't help it.
Yeah.
It just happens.
I'm
So that
not
kind of
going to
stuff-
lie to you. As soon as you leave, I'm going to have to get some out of my system.
Yeah,
a minute.
I've been holding back this
Yeah.
this half
I'm
hour.
going to tell you not to, and now you're saying when I leave, you're going to.
All I'm saying is that you frown upon it because you were raised that way.
That's right.
But
And
you know
that doesn't
what?
make it necessarily normal.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it
and
normal.
we're all doing this out of pure respect and love for you.
yeah.
That we're not going to do that, right? I mean,
But I'm
But
just
what's
saying it's
normal
not.
and what's right. Just because you were brought up with it doesn't make it right.
But just because it's a curse word doesn't necessarily
Well,
make it
well,
wrong
hold on,
unless you're
hold on.
directing it
It's
at
just a
someone.
word.
It's just a word. It's
the
just a
argument
word.
of right and wrong is just as subjective to the argument of wrong or right. Right or wrong. And what's the other one we just said? You said what's common and what's right and wrong.
Well,
What is it? They're both subjective.
like what's normal,
To the individual.
what's considered normal.
There we go.
Normal
So
is
what's considered normal is debatable, and what's considered right and wrong is also debatable
kind of
because
is.
your set of beliefs.
that's not true.
That is
It is
true.
true.
It
Hold
is
on.
I
true.
go rob a bank. That's wrong. There's no
right,
question
right.
about
But
it.
robbing a bank is different
Right.
than a curse word because if I'm saying this movie is effing awesome, I'm being nice. If
Right,
this movie's
right,
effing
right.
awesome, that's not necessarily really hurting anybody, especially if I'm with a group of friends that all curse. It's not hurting anybody. I'm not saying it around kids. I'm not saying it around people who hate it, all that kind of stuff. It's not hurting anybody. Now, if I use a word to directly go after someone, that's different.
Yeah.
I consider that morally.
But in that instance,
Right.
the act of him targeting that person and using that language
Is wrong.
in there, the targeting is what's wrong. The language isn't necessarily what's wrong.
just like stealing money, you technically are targeting
Right.
somebody. Like if
And
if you kill someone, you're harming somebody. Like those kind of things. Whereas saying a word, really in that context, I don't think is necessarily bad. Especially because I think it is becoming more normal because of the fact that people just see it on TV. It's things people say. Not saying it's necessarily right, but I'm just saying that.
and I
if
think
you're not
those
targeting
four
someone, it's
words
fine.
that you're thinking of
Yeah.
are the exceptions to the rule that Rob is talking about. I think those four are the four that really don't have as much power anymore.
I don't think they do.
They're a lot more.
My mom has
commonplace
watched like multiple movies. I've shown her multiple movies, and there are multiple movies and TV shows that we watch. We watch Westworld, stuff like that. They curse.
Ooh.
There's nudity. Like that's
Yeah.
just commonplace with TV shows and movies now. As like, I think people are trying to get it more realistic, and I think
Right.
realism is that a lot of
and
people
wrong
do
or
curse.
right or normal or not is going to be subjective to the person using it. So
And
in your particular case, it's not right. It's not normal.
But in a zombie apocalypse, when you're getting chased by a zombie, you probably would yell shit.
Yeah,
Right.
I probably
I
would.
think-
Yeah.
I
You know what I
agree
mean?
with that.
You
but-
would too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
in
yeah.
him,
yeah.
so in him portraying this art on the audio drama platform, would
I
you
think-
say for the situation he's trying to depict that maybe it's a skosh appropriate?
Of like realism set into those. Now I will
Only
say
under
maybe not in Cop
extreme.
Doctors, but maybe like under the other ones.
Oh my gosh,
Sure.
Cop Doctor.
She won't listen.
I
Have
hate
you
that one.
promoted this podcast?
No.
We try not
no,
to.
I don't want anybody listening to Cop Doctors.
Just kidding. People
Hey,
like it.
guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's been a
Zane's
pleasure.
gotta-
I have to go to
know.
work.
Zane,
Where are you
great to
going?
see
He's going to
you.
work.
Great to have you.
He's going to work.
You have to go to work. We'll bring a sandwich and
Thank you. I'm actually a vegetarian, but I do appreciate it.
These are
hash
vegan
browns.
patties.
You can have a
Hash
hash brown if you want.
I'm
But
kidding.
thanks a lot for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
definitely.
joining us.
Nice to meet you,
This
man.
conversation, but
Yeah, for sure.
nice
That's
seeing
good.
you.
Actually-
You don't want any hash browns
right.
either? Take a couple of hash browns.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take a couple packages.
You can take more than one because we're not going to eat all that.
Someone will eat two sandwiches.
Hey, man.
Take hash
Nice
browns.
Take it
to meet
easy.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Bye.
All right, so
Have
we
a
got.
great day.
Yeah, we've got our next caller coming in, so we're rocking and rolling.
There it is.
You just got to answer it.
We're going to kick you off soon, Mom. No offense.
No, that's all right. I'll go.
There we go. All right. Mark?
Hey, and
There.
I got someone with me, man.
Oh, do you?
I got John Leavengood.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man? I just happened to be here on my way out of town today, and we just had breakfast. So
Nice.
here I am.
What'd you guys eat?
Dude.
Hold on. Hey, how are you? Jack
Oh, yeah,
Austin here.
sorry.
Let me just get a little disclaimer, boys. We've got Mama Lamb on the mic.
Yeah,
too,
my
so
mom's-
let's
my mom's on
check the language.
She's very against language, we just found out.
Yeah, we just had a nice
you-
discussion about
You
that.
just
Sorry,
found out that your
carry
mother's
on.
against language?
No. I always knew that. But we just found out on the podcast that she's watching us closely.
Gotcha.
But that's
no. So we just had parfaits. So we were doing like a rundown of Shrek, the donkey's line from Shrek about loving parfaits. Meg made like these killer parfaits, man. Like I think that if this was like Mad Max Thunderdome era,
Okay,
I might be driven to kill someone for one
these
of
are
these parfaits.
currency.
Really?
yeah.
They're that
Yeah.
good. That's a pretty good
Dude,
parfait.
this was serious.
In a
This was
Mad
serious.
Max scenario, a parfait would be a high dollar item.
That's just it. It's like even
Yeah.
you'd need some Morton Joe milk just to
make-
get some of the ingredients to make the components of a parfait.
Which wouldn't be easy
Are we
to do.
saying Thunderdome or Fury
No,
Road?
Well, now I'm
Orange
mixing
Joe
them.
is
Now I'm-
Fury
now
Road.
I'm crossing over.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can
right.
dig it. I'm with you.
yeah, that's solid.
Immortan Joe milk.
I had to beat a guy named Toe Cutter in a foot race to get the to get the recipe for it.
Wasn't he also a Morton Joe? So you had to fight him too?
Yeah, it was an awkward race.
Yeah, I get it because
and it wasn't, but I live my life quarter mile foot race at a time.
You live it all
That's-
nice and
that's-
shiny chrome.
Yeah,
I love that
people
quote. Your family,
I was
right?
going to say, no, go ahead and say it. I heard you getting ready to say it. Go ahead and say it.
people witness me.
Witness
man.
me. Yeah.
Witness me. Witness. I should say really quick that you guys are part of the MFF Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast. And you guys are Skyping in right now to join
Love it.
us
Love it,
in
love it.
hour 16.
That's right.
This is hour 16 of our 24-hour podcast.
You sound more lucid than normal Maybe
Really?
you should not sleep much, Robert.
Actually, you know what? I think this is the best podcasting I've ever done.
It's some of our best work.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty good. Yeah, 9 a.m. That's
It's
not
some
bad.
of our best work. I think it'll be critically acclaimed and very highly reviewed. We will never, ever do it again. I
Yeah,
don't
probably
even
not.
care.
But we're on our third wind.
Unless, third wind.
This is
Unless
our
the dollar bills start rolling in for us to do 24-hour podcasts.
Oh, if it becomes a thing and they start paying us, I'll stay up 24 hours.
I'll be here.
Yep.
Can I tell you guys something?
Always.
I wish you would.
So about 12 years ago, my wife Megan and I and some friends, we got together and we watched a movie. And I, for the last 12 years, have thought this movie was called Sharks in Venice. And I've been quoting the dialogue all wrong. Yesterday, we watched it, and we learned that the name of it is Shark in Venice. But I've been adding an S for 12 years.
You've been making
I
it more
felt
than one
deceived.
shirt. Yeah.
By
Right.
the way, I've heard Mark talking about this movie forever. I also assumed that he had seen it a dozen times. So like just the
So
way he
you
talks
just-
about it. But so in the movie, they're like,
Sorry.
"You're not gonna." Stephen Baldwin, right, being super.
Oh,
phoning
nice.
It in.
Oh,
He
Honestly,
could
my
not care. He could not be a
favorite
problem.
Baldwin.
You're bringing the Baldwins into this.
My favorite Baldwin.
Could not care. He couldn't be troubled to care. He's
He had a jogging double.
right.
He didn't. No exercise for
Wow.
him. He was in the trailer the whole time.
He didn't say, "You mean, detective? You're not going to let people know that there is a man-eating shark, singular,
wow.
in Venice?" And I'm just like, Mark, is this
on.
called? Aren't there more sharks? And he says, "Oh shit, it's Shark in Venice."
We
Yeah.
can't gloss over your A+ impression of that Baldwin. I wish I was being funny. I'm
Honestly,
not.
no. Honestly,
I
we
pride
thought
myself
Stephen
on really
Baldwin
good
was there,
impressions, and that
with
was
you.
good. You put me there.
Surprise, extra guest.
You,
Yeah,
you,
wow.
you almost had me go, listen to him, Captain.
Yeah, so we got Stephen Baldwin here. I'm writing like the ultimate oral history about the making of the movie Fled. And so I got Stephen Baldwin here. He said he had to stay at my house for a week for the interview.
Yeah, and how much are you paying him to stay at your house?
Yeah,
for a week?
yeah. It's got to be a lot.
Never mind.
No,
We agreed on 8 bags of Twinkies for every hour over that we run on our regular schedule.
But he was like, "I'll just take one parfait."
Yeah.
yeah. So I've been feeding him parfaits all week, trying to get what I can out of him, but he only works 30 minutes a day.
I imagine you actually hand feeding him the parfaits also.
Yeah.
Like about a spoon.
I imagine,
Here comes
I
the
imagine
shark.
you guys really had to get to the nuts and bolts because Steven probably, I've heard, wants the mama bird, baby bird situation when it comes to.
Do you have to chew up the parfait?
Twinkies.
Okay, well, so it started with the spoon, but
Okay.
I accidentally whacked him in the tooth.
Oh.
He threw a massive fit about it.
It
right?
wasn't a plastic spoon, right? It was like a
No,
metal.
And then we tried the plastic spoon, but then he said his teeth were too sensitive after the hit with the metal spoon.
obviously,
So
at that
now I'm
point.
just spitting stuff up, And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but once I release this 4,000-word article about the movie Fled with starring Lawrence Fishburne, I think it's going to be worth it.
God, I can't wait.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Now, I do want to say this real quick. Mark here just started a new podcast, which is a Deep Blue Sea podcast.
Yeah,
I
Another
saw
shark-
something for this.
Right. Another shark film that I hear you're quite fond of.
I live my life.
Quarter mile.
a 10-foot dive at a time.
So who do
Dude,
you
one
hold in-
deepest, bluest at a time.
Yeah.
Dude, are you wearing a hat and is that hat shaped like a shark fin?
Who do you hold in higher regard, Thomas Jane or LL Cool J?
Oh, you're evil.
I know. I asked the hard hitting
Okay,
I'm taking
questions.
all of Dre.
Okay, so let's talk about their characters in the movie. You got
Please.
Carter Blake,
Please.
right?
Okay.
You got Carter Blake, and then you have Preacher. Now, Carter Blake, I like him, but he gets fooled by these sharks.
Plenty
the
of
shark
times.
jumps over the fence in the beginning. It tricks him. These sharks are just playing games with Carter Blake.
Right.
Preacher has nothing to do with this, and he still manages to kill 2 of the sharks.
That's right.
And they ate his bird too.
Yeah. And he gets 2 lines. Before he kills the shark, he's like, "You ate my bird."
Yeah.
And then before he kills the other shark, he's like, "This is for Scoggins." So he lights up 2 sharks. He has nothing to do with the scientists. He's never fooled. So I'm going with Sherman Preacher Dudley.
Oh, I was going to say, that is the full name, but I like that he's just Preacher.
Preacher, yeah.
And, that's very well broken down. I was going to go with LL Cool J as well. I don't understand how Thomas Jane's character, who is
Carter Blake.
is so well versed in sharks and so involved in this program that he's so he's so caught off guard at almost every turn of this movie.
So this is what I'm thinking. He did a stint in Leavenworth, which means he was military, so he went to Leavenworth for smuggling.
Sure,
right.
And in this movie, he's still on parole. And to be a shark wrangler, I read that you need to have degrees with shark, like marine biology. You need to have kind of degrees like that.
Yep.
And in this movie, Dr. Susan McAllister is doing shady stuff. She's breaking the Geneva Convention. So she needs a guy who is on parole, is kind of on hard times.
Nothing to lose.
He won't ask many questions.
Right.
So they bring him in as, hey, you're going to shark wrangle. But remember when he asked questions, she's like, well, you could go back on parole. So this guy is very good on riding sharks. He's, there's a review that calls him a bionic stud muffin. He's just he's good at basically what he does, but he doesn't know sharks. And that's what Susan McAllister wants, because she doesn't want him asking questions.
So hold on.
Sense.
Now, I'm with you on this. You say
you followed all that?
He comes there because he's, the specimen. He is the shark wrangler. That's what they're bringing him there for. And he's got a degree in marine biology, but at the same time, he doesn't know sharks?
Oh, no, he doesn't have a degree. So she brought him in.
Okay.
She brought him in because he won't ask. So she brought in a real shark wrangler who has degrees. They'll be like, wait a second, this is not right.
Someone has to remove the license plates from the shark's teeth.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
From Jaws.
Right. Someone's got to do it.
Yep.
In that movie, when he's talking to Dr. Susan McAllister, they talk about how the tiger shark got there. They said that he was found in, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He got raised up as a pet. Then he killed his owner and drove a truck all the way to Baja, California, which is about 1,800 miles.
So it's like a Jaws revenge kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, but this shark is driving.
Right, of course.
He's a tiger shark.
Yeah.
I mean, they're smart.
That's why they're so dangerous.
It can't listen to the radio. I don't know how it built it welded a water bubble in a car and drove all the way to Baja.
Wow.
All the way to Baja.
I've got a DVD.
How long is that? Did you do a Google Maps to see how long that drive is?
I did, and we spent about 25 minutes talking about it on the podcast.
How long is the drive? And if this hypothetical situation happens and the tiger shark does have a Mack truck pull up next to it, how does said tiger shark indicate to the driver that he would like a toot toot as he drives by?
His little dorsal fin goes up and down, little swim motion.
Sure.
Honestly, I imagine that one of the Fast and Furious movies was taking place while the shark was swimming by.
Yeah.
Someone,
You know what?
Vin Diesel was in his vehicle. He launched some semi that was carrying all the detonators for some nuclear warheads into the bay, and then the shark, took a snap at it. He thought it was attacking him.
Do you think he folds his fin when he does the toot toot motion? Like folds it kind of almost like a fist, like folds it down.
Now those aren't the dorsal fin. I thought was on the top.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a Carter Blake of sharks.
Gotcha.
I love sharks.
Gotcha.
Right.
But I'm not talking about their mating habits or how they live or how they spin their dorsal
or
fins.
their biology, right?
Yeah. I know about these mako sharks in deep blue sea. Right. Actually, mako sharks can jump out of the water at least 12 feet, and they're the smartest sharks on the planet, and they're fast.
I did not know that.
So it makes sense for them to be in the movie. Also, they can't.
It's called a pectoral fin, though. For next time that comes up.
Hey, I learned something today.
Well, yeah, because if it was going to bench press, it would be using those two fins.
Correct.
Yeah. Like a street shark.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. And Street Sharks inadvertently was the sequel to Deep Blue Sea that never got made.
Right.
Wait a second, but there is an actual sequel to Deep Blue Sea.
No, there's not.
And I think we need to just...
Are we shunning this movie?
We need to at least mention it. Deep Blue Sea 2, but not even Deep Blue Sea 2. I shared a link.
Deep Blue Sea as well.
Deep Blue Sea as well. Yeah. That's the third one.
Got it. Blue Sea and got it.
I feel like much as there are 4 Indiana Jones movies, and then there's Indiana Jones and the Shia LaBeouf-ageddon. Yeah. I think that we need to take this opportunity to warn people away from Deep Blue Sea.
Don't watch it. Don't watch. It doesn't exist, so you can't watch it.
Why ruin a classic?
Yes.
So I'm assuming you haven't watched Deep Blue Sea 3 then.
What?
I've never even heard of that.
No.
I'm trying. I send them the video link. I send them the trailer. I try to get them excited about it. It just doesn't happen.
This one is starring Ted DiBiase.
Yes.
Wait,
he's a shark wrangler as well. And every shark
takes place
has a
in
price.
Malaysia or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Every shark has a price.
Yeah.
And he's also in the Marine too. He took over for John Cena in the WWE Marine series.
Yeah,
and then The Miz was in the third one and fourth one.
I was dying for sequels to that classic.
Miz was in the third and fourth. I've never even seen a DVD of the Miz's escapades in the Marine franchise?
No.
You can buy the 4-pack for like $8. You should do it.
You know,
Honestly, they should give you $8 to take it out of the store.
yeah. Please, sir, just take this.
Just
Liam.
please, it's been on the shelf for a long time.
Guy was
That's
on
why it's
Real
so
World.
dusty.
Pretty cool, right?
That's how I made my money for years.
Pushing the Miz DVDs.
No, I would go to stores and they would give me money. I would just do a circle every day and grab that DVD and they would give me $8.
Right.
So if you tackle about 15 stores, you're doing okay for a day rate.
You're doing
If you
great.
do that an hour, I mean, you're making $8 an hour.
Yeah.
That's like
So, I mean,
minimum wage, kind of.
I covered every store. They knew my name. Just walk in. Here's your $8.
Yep.
And then I sold them all for $2 each.
So you
Now
made even
you're
more.
just- yeah. Wow.
Honestly, now you're just like rolling in it at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop. It's great, man. I'm like Scarface.
Yeah. Or the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You're like Scarface for Deep Blue C3 and the Marine 4.
You know
I
what?
like
That's
it.
a sentence I never thought I'd hear like ever.
Yeah.
I have a giant coat on right now, guys. Giant shark skin suit.
Gotcha.
It seems like a rigid suit, though. I don't feel like you'd have good mobility.
That's why I can't move.
Like you're not casting Ray Parks to do like Darth Maul
Right.
acrobatics and that.
No. You could push me over right now and I wouldn't move.
But you know what? But you know what? If you dove in the water, you're sinking like a rock.
Yeah, but how are your pectorals?
Yeah.
Every time he reaches in his pocket, he almost gets a Charlie horse in his pec.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so hard.
It's tough work, man.
That's
I'm gonna be looking good the next time you see me.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, that's true. And it might as well be you.
Yeah.
When I'm walking down Central Avenue next time, going over to Greenbench, you guys aren't going to recognize me. They're like, "Who's that guy with the huge pecs?"
Mom, what would be your thoughts
Your mom's still here.
on Robert in a shark skin suit? Tiger shark.
Just your
Is
first
it
thought.
Halloween or is it?
Oh,
No.
it's regular.
Is this something that DMX would have worn at the MTV Movie Awards years ago?
I think this is more of a how many times question.
yeah, definitely. Listen,
How detrimental has he been to the tiger shark population?
if you want it, X is going to give it to you.
yeah.
X will give it to you.
Don't give it to you.
He's going to give it to you.
It's like, who are you wearing, DMX? Oh man, I got Mako Shark and Komodo Dragon. Check out these socks.
I'm wearing this tiger shark that drove to Baja, was killed by the rock.
I pulled up to him next. I was driving one time in L.A. and he was in a convertible, and he had
Really?
all of them just sitting next to him in his.
Did he bark at you?
Yeah, he should have.
No, he said, "How you doing, Mark? It's great to see you.
you used your
I'll see you
name?
later at our philosophy 101 class.
Right.
I'll see you later."
I thought he would have barked, "What's my name?"
He didn't say Mr. Hofmeyer.
Well, he said that to me the first time.
Yeah.
But after
Right.
we had been hanging out for
The
years.
level
at
of
this point.
familiarity had definitely increased.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Because he did "What's my name" for like the first 2 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
DMX
For sure. DMX, man.
And then whenever he handed me something, he's like, "X gonna give it to you." I'm like, "Man, just give me the salt."
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has to say it first, and you're just like, come on. This is getting
DMX,
old.
why are you
Yeah.
yelling when normal people would be talking?
Yeah.
Let's have a quiet lunch today.
But whenever he handed me the salt, I would be like, "Hey, thank you," and then he'd be like, "You're welcome." So he had a
So
good
he was
thing.
polite. I actually saw a meme, so this has to be true,
Okay.
that he grows like flowers now on the side. Like
Sure.
that's like his pastime.
Sure.
So
I believe it.
I mean, why not?
It's an art, and X is an artist.
Wait, are we still talking about DM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I got
didn't
my
realize
X's
that we
right.
could abbreviate his name as DM or X.
Yeah, I like MX, man.
Direct message or X.
Yeah.
Are we talking about DM? Oh yeah, X and I go way back.
What if hold on now. Let's try to dive deep here. What if DMX really has a crippling case of amnesia? So when he's screaming, "What's my name?"
He's scared.
he really doesn't know.
He's actually scared. When he
So
does
for
that.
years, people have just been really like thinking he's joking. This
Yeah.
is tragic.
Yeah, and that's why he's screaming, because at this point he needs to know. He's wearing shark skin. His wallet's back in his other, convertible. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
What's my
Wait, real quick. Bye, Ma.
name? Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
No, I know, but she's taking
should have
off.
checked the label on the back of his jacket. His mom probably labeled it.
Oh, you know what? She thinks of everything.
Mom's a big DMX fan, and she just can't handle the
If
ridicule.
you find this rapper, please call this number.
Please return to.
We have no reason to make fun of DMX listeners. I don't.
Actually, DMX is a big fan of the show.
Yeah.
So
He's going to call in
chances are
at the 10:30 hour.
he's calling after to bark at us for 30 minutes after you guys.
Yeah.
Can we go back to Shark in Venice?
Please do.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
There's a scene where he takes his girl. So he gets called to go. Okay, I just got to tell you about a couple scenes. So in the beginning, he's doing a horrible job lecturing. He's standing in one place. He looks like he probably drank 10 fists of vodka the night before.
Are you talking about Stephen Baldwin like he's not even there?
Yeah.
No,
Please.
He's napping.
Okay, good,
So-
good. By the way, Mom left. Let him fly, boys.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can curse. Just
Somebody
go.
just knocked.
Just go.
Somebody just.
Oh, we got another guest showing up. That's
I
okay.
don't like cursing. I'm not a cursor.
Mark,
Hey.
would you agree? So if you've
like
ever
me.
think back to your college days and you had a friend who was really, really, really drunk and they thought they were going to the bathroom, but they were like walking to the corner of your living room.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine the face
stop
that they
him.
had. That's Stephen Baldwin's face while he's lecturing these students in college.
Yeah, that's the face. And this guy comes at him. He's like, man, I could do this. I could dive 250 feet. And he just tears into this poor student. And then they're like, hey, man, we need your help. Your dad got killed by a shark in Venice. And then he leaves, but he tells his class, hey, review chapter 4. But he
Yeah.
doesn't come back to his class for
Ever.
weeks. So are they always reviewing chapter 4?
Come back
Right.
to a room of skeletons.
No. So it's like
Books.
the substitute comes in the next day, and it says what's going on, and that kid who's like, I couldn't make 250 feet.
He lambasts him.
Yeah.
He does. It was me. I think there's a history that we're not exploring about Stephen Baldwin's despicable character.
Yeah, he's bad. And there's another scene where he's taking this lady on a tour in Venice. He's like, look at those thingies. And then there's a tower thingy.
Stop
and he says
it.
those
Tower
actual words.
thingy. Tower thingy.
Does he say thingy?
Yes. And what I'm
my
thinking
God.
is he thought that they were going to put music over that. So he was just like showing,
Just-
like, you know, when,
yeah.
like, but they kept all the dialogue.
So he's saying like peas and carrots, like how you do like when you're an extra in the background, like you're just talking to somebody
exactly.
else saying peas and carrots over and over again, but it actually got recorded and stayed in.
What would be funny
Yes.
if he's actually like talking about what catering is ordered in today, and those mics are white hot.
Like, yeah, he, like the terrorists are watching him or something, and
Yeah.
then he's like, "Man, I hope there are Twinkies at the craft service."
yeah. Yeah, he's but like, look at these thingies, John, and then these thingies, and then there's the thing.
yeah, that's his vocabulary.
And then I'm his wife, who is very smart. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
She's an expert. Very smart.
yeah.
But so I'm the wife, and that is a lovely thingy, hunty. Remember we saw that other thingy in the other place?
Yeah, there's a lot of thingies going on.
Oh my
and-
goodness, that's a lovely thingy.
And it's for free on Tubi right now, guys, if you want to watch it.
I would really
I
love
kind
for
of
her to be that smart to where Stephen Baldwin comes up to have a dialogue with her, and she just does like a laser pointer on the ground, and he also goes, it's back!
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
dives down,
right.
starts pawing at it. The thingy! Oh, it's back!
That's what he's always pointing to.
Right.
It's just wherever she's pointing the
He's
laser.
screaming at the red dot, telling it it couldn't make 250 feet.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, you need to imagine, like, if you've ever seen one of those very, very overweight cats that's like laying there slumped over like Jabba, and then you put the laser pointer, and the cat's like watching it with its eyes, and then it very slowly paws where it used to be. I think
Right.
that's more the Stephen Baldwin style.
Right.
Okay.
Throw in a little vomit.
Yeah.
We got a winner.
Solid.
You guys should watch it. It's on Tubi for free.
Yeah.
You know what? I
that's
tried
still-
to get Robert to watch the 1994, and I won't get too far off track.
Okay.
The 1994
Oh, go off
Fantastic Four movie.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ow.
Yeah. Even they said
Yeah.
ow, and we're talking about Shark in Venice right now.
Yeah. So okay. Well, that let's establish
The
a
Roger
baseline
Corman
here.
produced-
Let's establish a floor.
Okay.
Shark in Venice, 1994 Fantastic Four.
Wait, Roger Corman produced the Fantastic Four
Yeah.
in 1994?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are breasts in it.
No,
And
there's
someone
not.
gets their head bitten off.
I don't think there is.
No.
It's just really bad
no.
in other ways.
Oh man.
I think that was like before he started just getting a lot of top.
Now
business.
this movie that you're talking about, Shark in Venice, is on Netflix.
No, they said
Tubi.
Tu-
TUBI. They do free shows, and there's a ton of good movies.
yeah. I think I'll
Okay, so Fantastic Four is on YouTube for free.
All right. I'll watch Fantastic Four. You watch Shark in Venice, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Let's come back
Listeners,
and
there's
get
a
some
reason
notes.
these two
Jack,
movies
you
are
can
great.
make that deal.
Oh, I'll
and
make that
I
deal
will
in a
let
heartbeat.
I will let
Yeah, I'll
you
make
guys
that deal.
Suffer through that.
Shark in Venice.
All right. So how about this? Let's do some real quick.
Okay.
Let's put together a Fantastic Four. We each pick one, but it has to be characters from the we have to put together a terrible cast to make a fantastic.
Oh, an
Four
actual
movie.
cat, like we're picking actors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's
any movie characters to be in the Fantastic Four?
Wait, movie character or movie actor?
Movie characters, and then they got to somehow work
Perfect.
together in the Fantastic Four.
okay? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Already?
Whenever.
Are we each picking one?
We're each picking one.
Can I go first?
Yeah, sure.
I want Rick Moranis from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as Dr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. He's not a doctor.
He does have a doctorate.
He does have a doctorate, but he's Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis as Mr. Doctor Fantastic.
Mr. Doctor.
Mr.
Oh my
Doctor.
God, it's
Mr.
the
Doctor.
Mr.
Doctor Strange. Mr. Doctor Strange.
Okay.
All right. So who's going next? Can I volunteer?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay. What is the name of Tommy Wiseau's character in the room?
Oh my God.
What
is
is
he going
his
to be the
name?
flame?
It's Tommy, isn't it?
He's not going to be Johnny. He's
Johnny.
going to be Ben Grimm, the Thing.
The Thing. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey, guys.
Fed up with this world. Oh, hi, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah. Oh, hi, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Doom.
Why did they hit me?
I just have him doing it like a way. So if I can do a movie, I actually want Tommy Wiseau, not his character from The Room. So I'll go disaster artist at Tommy Wiseau, James Franco. We'll add some star power so people come watch this movie.
Okay.
Wow.
But
think
the
that's
Tommy
smart.
Wiseau from Disaster Artist as Ben Grimm, he's like, maybe Dr. Doom is vampire. We see.
You definitely need Franco instead of Wiseau because
Yeah.
you need to make sure that the actor makes it to the set.
We want
from
one to
the
show
trailer
up.
without getting lost.
Can I pick Sue Storm?
Please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sue Storm is going to be Adam Sandler's Jill from Jack and Jill.
Wow.
You know what? Great ideas aren't born. Great ideas aren't born, they're made.
Yeah, I think that's a solid.
So
Sue
hold
Storm.
on. Now we got to round this right on out with a Johnny Storm.
Yeah,
and I
let's
got to
give
say,
it- I'm
we
ready,
have
I'm ready.
all put this tee. We put the ball right on top of the tee for somebody to walk up and crank it at least past first base.
At least get Howard the Duck in there as Johnny Storm.
Oh my God.
I'm good with that.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
I would
You
like
know,
to.
you need
You
a
know what?
smooth
You know.
Johnny Storm
Can I?
to cover
Can I?
Chris Evans? And remember, he got with Leah Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
So can I? Can I
That's true.
bonus pick for Doctor Doom?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I would like Flubber from Flubber to be Doctor Doom.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's a bouncy villain.
Flubber or Patch
How do you stop
Adams.
that? You can't stop that.
Yeah.
Patch Adams.
Flubber or Patch Adams.
Flubber or Patch Adams.
Where all he's doing the whole time he's just trying to make
You
the
do know-
Fantastic Four laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Tommy
I'd like it to
Wiseau
an
would be his
assembly
only
of
weakness.
minions.
Yeah.
An assembly of minions that stand on each other's shoulders and wear a Doctor Doom cape.
Yeah.
They just keep saying banana. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a movie just
Grande chalupa.
That's solid. That's a solid cast. I wouldn't watch
yeah.
it, though.
You
I
would
still
not.
wouldn't watch it.
I would.
I'd favor it over the 1994 horror
I got to go
movies.
ahead and say that one thing wouldn't leave the DVD player.
Well, hold on. I mean, especially if we throw in gratuitous nudity and someone getting their head bitten off.
Yeah,
sure.
This is R-rated Fantastic Four.
We're going
And
to
the
do
person
the success that
that's going to
Still
work.
produced by Roger
That's going to
Corman.
work if the person whose head gets bit off is just called scientist,
Yeah, of course.
and
Of
they're
course.
not ever shown in a lab or in a coat. They're just somebody random who gets their head bit off, but their name is head bitten off scientist.
Yeah.
But there's a table plaque that says Dr. Scientist.
Yeah.
Mr. Doctor Scientist, PhD.
Mr. Dr. Scientist.
He holds his doctorate. It's just like,
You know, I need a scene. All right, so in this movie, we need Sue on a jet ski.
Yep.
of course.
All right, and then we need
A
a
la Hard Rain.
snowboarding scene with the duck.
And he's
With
getting
Johnny-
extinguished by
Johnny
the,
Storm.
Johnny
by
Storm,
the
Howard
tufts
the
of
Duck.
snow.
Yeah.
getting picked up.
Johnny Storm in snow, like
Yeah.
just heating it up.
And we need a whole parkour sequence with Tommy Wiseau as the thing.
Yeah, like it's like Casino Royale's
man.
beginning.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning of Casino Royale.
With Tommy Wiseau as Ben Grimm.
Yeah. Chasing
high
down
space.
something.
We're going to
high
space.
Yeah, yeah. Why did he do that?
I jumps over this, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And everything of his is like a slow jump that clearly he's not doing. And then we cut to just the top tier stunt crew.
At the very end, after they kill Dr. Doom, I think they should go around. They bring a football and they just play catch in an alley.
Yeah.
And that plays behind the credits. Like you actually see them playing while the
Yeah.
credits are rolling.
Oh, hot doggy.
I think that our Tommy thing should just like go up to a park bench, put his hand on it, hop his butt up, and say, "Parkour."
Yeah, that would work out famously.
Wow, and Jill. Oh my gosh.
Jill. Yeah.
I think that Jill could leg press more than Thing.
Yes.
In this Fantastic Four.
Are we? I mean, we've kind of set up a team where Jill's the backbone.
I imagine
team.
this Thing to be more like a slight build Groot teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. What's a better movie? The Fantastic Four recast or Jacked Up?
Jacked Up was Mark's made up Adam Sandler movie that was a hit on Reddit with over 70-something thousand likes the last time I checked. Maybe more. It's got to be more now.
Did Adam Sandler comment on that?
Not yet.
No?
But a bunch of articles picked it up. Would you guys rather watch Jacked Up or Fantastic Four?
I don't know anything about Jacked Up. I feel like I'm in the dark here.
So Jacked Up stars Adam Sandler, and he's married to himself.
Okay.
And he's a personal trainer / shoe salesman. Ooh. And they go to a resort in Costa Rica, and Rob Schneider and his terrorists take over, and they kidnap Maya Rudolph. And
you're not going the Drew Barrymore route? Okay.
No, because she's too good. So Adam Sandler said he would make the worst possible movie if he didn't get nominated for Uncut Gems.
That's right.
Which he didn't.
So I was like, hey, I'll come up with one for him. So it's him and his wife, played by both him, rescuing the president at a resort in Costa Rica, and it all ends with a lazy river jet ski chase.
Is it the president of the United States? Can it be like the president of Thailand?
So she's running for it. Like she's not yet.
Okay.
That's cool.
And so I'd still watch Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
The president of Thailand?
Yeah.
We need Gerard Butler. Phuket has fallen.
So the president of Thailand, like very famously, is married and has a concubine as well. She's the official royal concubine, and she was caught talking ill of him in public. So he had a televised ceremony where she had to lay down at his feet and apologize publicly to him in front of his wife.
Oh, wow.
So the king of Thailand getting kidnapped, just to me, I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah. Like, I'm fine with it.
First of all, this press tour would never reach Thailand.
Yeah, maybe not.
But
you don't know.
It'd be another Zoolander situation.
Could the plot of Fantastic Four revolve around them rescuing him?
That could be the ultimate thing.
All the things we say are good ideas.
Yeah, I don't think we said one bad idea yet.
No, not yet.
Hey, really quick.
When comparing to the 1994 Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Well, I stubbed my toe yesterday. That was better than the 1994 Fantastic Four, and I only watched the trailer.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Hey, really quick, are you guys going to stick around? Because we've been cutting it off at every hour just to take like a 2-minute break and then come back. Do you guys want to come back, or are you guys taking off?
We'll take off, man. But this was fun, dude.
Wait, before you go, we got to ask you really quick questions, though.
It's at the top.
Okay.
Both of you, we can rapid fire answer.
We're gonna rapid fire. Wait, let's do one. Let's do like one at a time, though. Let's do Mark first.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we'll do Mark first, and then that way John can think of his answers, because that actually helps a lot.
Okay.
But here we go. Ready, Mark? This is all about describing you as a person.
Right. First one that comes to mind.
All right. Ready? So number 1, a color.
Gray.
Okay, that's the second
person
gray.
to say gray.
Nice. Let's do month.
July.
Okay.
Why July?
Why not?
You know what? Can't argue with that.
Pretty compelling argument.
Can't argue with that. Honestly, I want to close this notepad and shut everything down, because I think that's it.
You know what? This just became the 17-hour podcast.
Yeah. All right. No, number 3, animal.
Gila monster.
Nice.
Can I ask why, or am I going to get another why not?
Felt right.
Okay. And then food.
Oh, man. Parfait.
Oh, okay. That's a solid one.
Parfait may be the most delicious food on the planet.
Man, they're eating some goddamn good parfaits right now. I can just tell. And then the last one. This one's good for you guys. Movie.
Oh, wow. Kramer versus Kramer.
Have you been in that situation?
I feel like it's universal.
It really is, I guess. And this one's not really part of it, but I asked because Jack hates it. What's your song?
You don't have to answer that.
No,
guys.
and you have to.
Damn It by Blink-182.
Okay. I thought you were just saying, damn it, I don't want to do this, but I like that. Solid. All right, John, you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Or am I getting the same questions?
Same ones. I hope you thought about it. That whole time you should have been thinking about your answers.
A little bit. I was mostly enjoying listening.
No, that's true. That's true.
We were thinking about parfaits.
Okay, all right. What do we got?
All right, here we go. Color.
Sarlacc pit gray.
Ooh, okay.
Another gray. So two
but
gray.
a different gray.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, you see those painters swatches. They're like 186 grays. I'd like to think this is number
for sure.
187.
Honestly, there's at least 50 shades. I've heard.
Sweet.
There's at least 50
And I
of
don't
them.
like any of those 50 shades, to be clear.
Oh, no?
Those are all boring colors.
All right.
I want real S&M gray.
I want the paddle spanking me kind of gray, like the real hardcore stuff where I need a safe word, like gray. Gray should be the safe word.
Yeah. Or please stop.
Please stop. Yeah. No, please stop is to keep going. Month.
January.
Can I ask why?
Birthday.
Nice. Okay.
It's been a pretty common reason.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people pick. Animal.
Mogwai.
A what?
Mogwai.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. My bad.
You don't know what Mogwai is? Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
In what century did you grow up, man?
Is there a
You
reason?
know what Mogwai is?
Is there a reason, though?
They're adorable.
Okay.
And I can use them to kill my enemies if I just have paid my water bill.
Okay. So that's a solid
They
reason.
can wipe out the universe.
That's true. Okay, food.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch, but 90s era, back when they were good.
Okay.
Right.
Before they sold out.
Yeah, before they sold out.
Yeah.
Fucking corporations, man.
That Godzilla crap killed them.
Before they literally used cancer for their sauce.
When they got rid of the Taco Bell dog, it was all downhill from there.
I know. It's such a cute little fella.
Yeah. Movie.
Ooh, Mark knows that my head's about to explode. Poltergeist.
Now, why Poltergeist?
I think that it has the most sincere and grounded family warmth and emotional response of any horror movie I've ever seen.
The opposite of Kramer versus Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, they're kind of similar in different ways, though. I don't want to name those ways. Yeah, I'm not going to name any of those ways, but there's some similarities there for sure.
And for its time, creepiest tree, creepiest clown, creepiest little girl.
Yeah, creepy TV.
Creepy TV.
Creepy carpet.
That movie really did make me nervous. If I fell asleep in front of the TV back in the old cable box days where you had to punch a button, like that, hold it down like a light switch almost to get the result. Right. And late at night, certain channels would go offline and I'd wake up and it would be,
static.
And that would creep me out. And I'd need to put on another channel for a little bit before I went to bed.
Makes sense.
Wow.
All right, last one. Song.
Who sings that?
What was the song?
Are you singing the song right now?
What was the song during the kickboxer scene where he murders people?
No, Bloodsport. A fight to survive. The Kumite song.
Yeah.
Kumite.
That's a solid pick.
Frank Dukes, baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys, for answering that, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man.
That was great. I'm going to go watch Kramer versus Kramer.
What's funny is that when we first started the first 4 or 5 minutes before you introduced everything, I didn't know we were recording yet. That's just how we talk.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, that's totally fine. It's that natural.
Yeah, so let me know when I need to have watched Shark in Venice by.
I'll bring you on Movies, Films, and Flix, man. We'll do it. Let's do it sometime in August, late August.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
We'll compare Shark in Venice to Fantastic Four.
Okay, we just need to detail out what we're using as our comparison basis. You know what I mean? Like, what are we looking for?
Oh, you come up with 5 categories. I'll come up with 5 categories.
Okay,
and then debate them. Yeah,
I like it.
Okay.
Hey, before we get out of here, I just want to say hi to all my Moldovan fans. We're still number 1 in Moldova, so I just want to say hi. I don't know why you're listening to this.
We're coming for you.
Do you wanna,
we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Plug it. Plug your movies, films, and Flix.
Please do.
Oh, yeah. So I got Movies, Films, and Flix with John here. We write at Movies, Films, and Flix, movies, films, and FLX.com. Then we have the podcast. So, yeah, we were just 20 in Brazil, number 1 in Moldova. We were number 3 in New Zealand. Nice. So, popular podcast, man.
Moving up, man.
Love it.
Moving up. Awesome.
Crushing it. And then, that's it. I don't need to promote anymore.
I'm done.
He's like, all the Moldovians listening to this know where to find us.
That's right.
You got to say enough for people to know who you are and not so much that they're like, oh, forget this guy.
Yeah, I hate this dude. Full of himself.
You know, that's excellent advice because when I do Alter Ego podcast, I say everything of where we are. And I'm you know what? I'm just going to start mixing and matching.
Yeah. You don't need to do it all.
I like it.
All right. Thanks for
We all
joining
learned
us,
something
guys.
today.
Pleasure meeting
Yeah.
you, gentlemen.
Pectoral fins.
Now you got some knowledge. This was a very educational episode, and we
Yep.
thank you for joining us.
I dig it.
I'm
Take
gonna go
it easy,
spoon
guys.
feed Baldwin.
Yeah. No, baby bird him.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh gosh, thank you. That would have been terrible.
So welcome.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, yes, more of that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. You know, there's a
Bye.
thingy in Venice.
Yeah. See you guys.
But
This has been a 7 Lamb production.